Any Texas officer could soon have the right to arrest and detain migrants who illegally cross the border.
Yeah, this is part of what's known as Senate Bill 4, which Texas Governor Greg Abbott signed back in December.
Chelsea Torres is live in Eagle Pass, Texas, to tell us concerns that some agencies have with Senate Bill 4. Chelsea, what are they saying?
Sure, Don, Scott, you know, a few groups that are in support of migrants actually held a press conference in El Paso talking about ways that Senate Bill 4 would impact a lot of communities. One of those issues has to do with law enforcement and the strain that it would also bring on jails. Well, an El Paso County commissioner had said at the conference that their jails are at capacity and they cannot hold any migrants, which means that they would have to build another jail.
Testified in front of the Senate, in front of the House, that it could cost us between $300 and $500 million to have to construct a new jail facility. That would be a huge increase on local taxpayers here in El Paso County.
The sheriff in Eagle Pass says he has the same problem, not enough space in his jail. The sheriff says it takes 45 minutes just to process one migrant. So he worked out a deal with other counties since he doesn't have the manpower.
We don't have the technology to process so many immigrants, I mean, in a short period of time, plus where we're going to put them after that.
Now, I did reach out to the governor's office about those county concerns of those resources, and we have not heard back from him yet. Now, at least here in Eagle Pass, we have known that on the southern border there has been an increase, and there's been really just a record number of migrants crossing the southern border. At least here in the past month or so, those numbers have really significantly dropped, but the sheriff does say that they will pick back up again. That Senate Bill 4 is supposed to be in effect as of March 5th. In Eagle Pass, Texas, Chelsea Torres, Fox 32 Chicago.